Hello everyone, and welcome back to Farming Sim. Today we are going to begin with weeding, because I kind of forgot we need to. So I had a comment reminding me that we do have like a sales... Oh, actually, well, there's what we need. Well, we may just spend the money. It's kind of expensive, but leasing it would be... And that's the biggest one. So leasing it would be... Now let's just lease it. We only have to do it once for like the next year. So we'll lease the biggest one. And the thing about weeding is that you can do it right after you plant. You can see in the bottom right, it says weeder, weed growing weeder. And then you are for sure finishing, like you're for sure getting the weeds out before they get too long. If they get to the point where weeding doesn't work, then you have to buy the hoe, which is also under weeders, but it is this one, and it says hose pole. And I think that's the only hoe in the game. And it threw me off for a while because it's not its own category. So just be aware that, yeah, the second stage of growth, when you can't weed anymore, then that's the hoe. And then after that, you have to use herbicide if it gets too long. So we are just going to do it right away. Where's that car going? The downside to doing it right now is that you can't see where you've already gone in the field. So I always like to kind of let my worker do it, because we'll go do other tasks. I keep losing my field. Like, I still haven't gotten my bearings. I'm way off. I need to go to the next intersection. I don't need to drive through fields. Right, and then there's like a little road, like a little path right by our little home. And so I like to let the worker do their job, and then I will go back over the ends myself just to make sure, because it's not guaranteed that a worker is going to hit every little spot. And if I can actually back up straight, that should be... Yeah, so you can see it looks the exact same. You can get out and look, and it'll say in the bottom right that it doesn't need weeded anymore. Or I should say it says, yeah, it says nothing about weeding, but I don't like to check every little spot, so I just go over it. Someone also said, and this was great advice, how I said last time, if you use the paint grass and go over it, it like won't have grass on it anymore. Apparently, I think they said plants, and you go to meadow, and you can actually put down this, and this will actually be normal grass. So I am happy for people giving really good advice. Ooh, we could put a nice tree. We won't, but we could. So we have a couple things we want to do while the weeder weeds, and that is we want to shed and we want greenhouses. And I think first we want to shed. So we need a water tank. Wait, did I just say shed? No, first we want greenhouses, because we want to make sure we have enough money. So if we go down here, I was talking about getting a truck, and then we could get that big, like just go big or go home, you know? Because if we go, oh, where is that? Is it under animals? Yeah, if we want this one, which has, gosh, that's expensive. The problem is this one, it's just so small. You just have to go back and forth so much. And we will make our money back here. The other problem is that the truck is really expensive, and I don't think there's one on sale. Truck. Yeah, they seem cheaper than they used to be. I feel like they used to be super expensive. Not that these aren't, but we could actually afford, you know, take out a loan and get one of these. Let's not. I think we can save up for one. So for now, we will just do this because we're not actually going to make money for a while, and we can always, like, this is cheap enough that it's not a big deal if we want to sell it later. Oh, I was going to do that. Oh well. There's no Michelin anyway. Yeah, so maybe after our first silage we can think about getting a truck, but I really don't want to take out loans since we have money. I mean, we have so much money, and a lot of that money is going to go away right now because we need to buy 3 to 5 greenhouses and a cheap shed. One nice thing about, and I said this I think last time, one nice thing about where we're putting these greenhouses is that it is right across the street from that lake. And so we're in really good proximity. I didn't really even mean to do that, it just sort of happened. And that'll be really nice, so we have quick trips to free water. Okay, we'll fill this up, and I think while it's filling up we can actually but build some of these greenhouses. So I like to just do the large ones, just space efficient. And we can actually put these here. Like this. I'm not planning on actually, well, here's the deal. You know what? I'm not going to take all these in. It really just becomes a pain. So we're going to build 3, and then we should have room for like a little shed, hopefully. And before we do much, I'm going to go turn on our lettuce. I don't know if it really matters, but... And then we're going to set the lettuce to selling. And I know that we're going to lose like 40% of our profit, but that's okay with me. Because what we're going to gain is a ton of time. A ton. Like so much that we're not gonna have to deal with. So for now we're just gonna give each of these a couple thousand. That way they kind of start producing. And now we spend a lot of time going back and forth. Now, we can start looking at sheds. And I think the one I wanted... I thought there was like a nice... This one. Guess we just ran their head into the microphone. Haven't seen her for an hour, but as soon as I hit record, it's time to... Okay, so I like this one. It seems small though. Like, I'm trying to see if these things would even fit. It'd be pretty tight. I think everything else would. Definitely the loader would not. and that's okay. And then we have to decide, do we want it down here? So we actually have some, because we probably want like space by our house. We can maybe put some cool things. So we might want the machinery more like down in this way. Or we could just invest in a nice, well, that doesn't even have, I just don't like a lot of these. I don't like the ones that are just decorative. Well, I think here, it looks like you can actually go in that, right? Like the door probably opens. Yeah, I bet you can get into that, but... I do like this one, but I would never actually use it. And then these, I think these are just ugly. Right? These are too ugly. There's the perfect one. Okay, I think instead of messing around, let's just build this little guy. It's neat, it's tidy. It'll give us some storage space. I think that will work. Not enough money. Oh yeah. So we're gonna take out a tiny loan. It's not gonna affect us at all. Wait a minute, Shift P. This is a waste of $44,000, but it's gonna bring me much joy. And then our water tank will just always be by the greenhouses, and our bale loader will probably just always be by the shed because it's not going to fit in. But same with like our tractors and everything will just have to be out, but that's okay. I wonder if you can hear my cat, like, purring. She has the loudest purr, and she's 6 inches away from the microphone right now, so I'm curious if you hear that. It just sounds like deep vibration. Super loud. Excuse me, car. So you can see how long it takes to fill these up. Which is why I will probably invest soon, because even with that large tank, we'd still have to go back for a second refill. Before I forget, there. So we just have 5,000 now. That should not be too bad to pay off. We'll easily make that in one day of lettuce. Okay, so our worker is done. So now I'll do the thing where I do a quick sort of recap at the top and bottom, and then we can turn it in so we don't spend any more hours on the lease. Sorry, I got distracted. There was like a cat nail on my sleeve. If anyone has cats, you know what I mean. And if you don't, you probably also know what I mean. Yeah, it just kind of took me back, so. All right. Yeah, we're kind of set up for, I think, success. Once we do one last. It's still very possible that we wake up tomorrow in October and there's like patches of weeds, and that's okay. We probably got 99.9% of them, so we should be all right. Jeez, she is going insane right now. Just purring, cuddling up into a little beetle. It's pretty cute. Okay. We're good. So, return. Drive through the field. We don't really have a use for this tractor at the moment, so we will go park it by our shed. Alright, let's finish the greenhouses before we forget. We don't have a lease, so if we want to start seeing some of the money... Wow, they really... They take a lot. The nice thing, though, is once you do it the first time, fill them up the first time, you can kind of just keep them topped off. So usually when it gets down to like 15 to like 12 to 15, I will like take a day, like take a little bit and refill them. And it's not as bad as right now. Bad, it's not like it's, if this was bad, I wouldn't probably enjoy this game. But it's like time consuming. Okay, well that's filling, because it does take, it's kind of slow to fill. So while it's filling, we can at least use this tractor to start pulling over these implements to that shed, since we won't need to mow. Well, actually, we probably aren't too far from mowing and all this, but we still want it to look nice. So if we want to start seeing profits, like I was saying, we can speed up time. We'll do like 60 so it's not aggressive. And then every hour we should get a little bit. Let's do 120. Yeah, so I think we just got like 300 bucks. And the only work we have to do is fill these up once in a while. And so yes, we could put, I mean, yes, we would get more if we got a trailer, got a fork, put them all on there. And maybe we should right now, but it is really nice to just sort of treat these as generators and sort of set it and forget it. And that's what I think I will do. And we're a long ways away from ever needing to actually haul like strawberries. And even those you can automatically distribute. And yes, you'll lose some, but it's you can change the output mode to like distributing, and then it'll automatically send it to whatever production chain you have bought. There we go, nice and tidy. Put the baler in the middle, and then we kind of have our chain of events all in order. Mow, bale, wrap, and then we'll just have to put our loader outside. There goes the train. This is probably good. I need to... Oh, I always forget where it is. Automatic engine start. I have to do this. If you noticed, there's always this like lag between switching to a vehicle and actually moving. And that's because the engines turn off when you leave, if that option is the other way. Whereas now, when I leave a vehicle, after I change that setting, now they will actually stay on. So like that blue vehicle is on right now, so when I go back to it, it'll just go. And there's definitely times where I will forget to turn it on and have to hit enter and all that, but this should help. Look at that, we already have $3,700 just from our generator plus our greenhouses. That is as far as it goes. It sticks out a little, but still not bad. We can go to 5. You know what's crazy about they did that update, and after that update you can go to like 360 and 0.5, which I think I've used before when I've forgotten about it, and it's like 20 o'clock. But usually I like 5 or 6. But kind of like I was saying last time, the time doesn't really matter a ton since seasons, because it kind of feels like things don't progress until like the next month anyway. So it's really Harvest Moony, where it's like, yeah, just do your work and then go to sleep. Whether it's 9 a.m. or 9 p.m., it's kind of all the same. Well, that didn't quite work at all like I wanted it to. Oh boy. We're very stuck, but I think we're good. Nope. We need to get out of here. Oh boy. Wait, that might be it. No. Come on. Okay, so we won't do that. That was a little scary. So we will go around, and I just kind of want this tucked more in the trees. Like so. And there we go. Apparently there's going to be a new update, like soon. Where did I see that? I don't remember where I saw that, but I think like maybe even this week, like the next content update or whatever. And then someone was asking if I think the DLC will be out in like soon as well. And I'm pretty sure that like the first DLC is usually rolled out around March. So yes, I could see a DLC coming out soon. And it may just be like an equipment. I'm not expecting like one of their big ones like a map or anything, but you know, some vehicles maybe. But hopefully they will unnerf the horses and calm down the vehicle repair. Those would probably be my only two things right now that I would like to see. Okay, so this is looking pretty good. And we can wake up and probably pay off our loan. This is what I was worried. Oh, it does fit. Well. Nice. And the sun is setting. I guess we can drive this to the house and just park it outside. Turn it off. Okay. I think that's it. Let's get to October. I think that has been, it's probably a good point. Well, here's the thing. That's probably a good stopping point. And so I think we're going to stop. But I think we can sleep one more time. And this is where the game gets weird. Because if we check, like our field should be done. So 53 is growing. And yeah, we never need to roll it. We're never going to mulch. So we're done. It's fertilized, it's weeded. And now we just wait until harvesting. Grass needs to grow another month or two. See, it's ready to harvest. Ooh, that's actually good. So this is what I was talking about last time as well. With grass, when you see it's ready to harvest, give it one more day, like one more month. So if we look here, it actually looks longer than I was expecting, but am I off a month? I think it'll be longer if we wait. And as long as it's not winter. So we go, yeah, winter is December. So November is still a fall. So we'll sleep one more time and look at our grass. It should be longer. Gosh, I hope I'm not telling tales out of school. But yeah, that's like our entire October. There's literally nothing to do. Now, once we have like animals and more fields, then yeah, we'll be busy. But for the beginning, it's kind of a lot to just sleep in. So let's check our grass and then we'll call it a day. And then next time will be really exciting because we'll actually do our... does it look different? Maybe I'm making things up again, Arnold. But it might be longer. I'm pretty sure, but someone who knows more than I will hopefully correct me in the comments. And that's going to be a day. So on the next episode, we will stay in November a little bit in this beautiful fall setting. And no, Gertie, let me just outro. Come on. And get some silage going, and that'll make us a lot of money, and maybe refill these. But yeah, you can see these don't take too much, and we should pay back that loan or else I will forever forget. And we already have 13 grand. Holy cow, things are good. All right, thank you everyone for watching. Like, subscribe, comment if you wish, and of course have yourselves a very nice day.